Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I am Braden. This is Langley Outdoors Academy, and thank you for stopping by. Alright guys, on this episode of Bullet Points this morning, I've got to bring you what our esteemed VP said when she traveled to Chicago. She not only offered the routine normal platitudes of gun control, how they failed across the board, but still instituting and asking for the exact same things, but she also brought a delicious word salad, which we're going to walk through in 1 second. Everything will be linked in the description box below. I cannot wait to hear what you guys think of this one, and if you think we earned that subscription, we are always looking for more of you to get in the fold so we can get information around our 2A rights forward so we can drive forward together and pass it on to the next generation. Thank you so much for your consideration. The video today is brought to you by Acre Gold. We're going to hit it, and then I'm going to show you what our esteemed VP brought to the table yesterday in Chicago. Now, today's sponsor is Acre Gold. In today's economic environment, inflation is actively diminishing the value of our dollar and our savings. One way to fight inflation is investing in gold. Acre Gold has a program to make gold affordable in order to preserve your savings account against future inflation. Check out the link below to find out more, and thank you so much to Acre Gold for making this video possible. But let's get this. I've got to bring you what our esteemed VP, second in command, one heartbeat away from the president, said about your gun rights, and also a lot of nothing in the biggest run-on sentence I've ever seen in my life. Anyway, let's get it. Highland Park shooting. Harris calls on Congress to ban assault weapons in this horror of gun violence. Harris addressed the mass situation in Highland Park on July 4th and called on Congress to enact a nationwide ban on assault weapons. Alright, well, that's pretty much normal, par for the course. Let's dive in a little bit deeper. Vice President Kamala Harris Tuesday condemned the 4th of July shooting in Highland Park, Illinois, while calling on Congress to have, quote, the courage to act. Now keep in mind, they just finished the Bipartisan Gun Control Act about 2 weeks ago. And renew the assault weapons ban to, quote, end this horror and protect communities across the nation from the terror of gun violence. Now, keep in mind, statistics have nothing to do with what happened here. Facts have nothing to do. It's all about the scary, and we got to ban everything in sight because scary. Now, keep in mind, rifles constitute a tiny, small fraction of all homicides that are perpetrated with a firearm in the United States. In fact, hands, fists, knives, and blunt objects are all more deadly on an annualized basis than rifles are in the United States, according to the FBI statistics. You guys can look at it or look at all other videos that we've covered on the exact same topic. But don't let that stop you, because we've got an opportunity to seize more power with fear. We're going to dive into that. Let's check out this word salad, because I'm going to read this exactly as it's written. Quote, children, parents, grandparents, victims, and a senseless act of gun violence. And Doug, who is here with me, he and I, of course, we mourn, as you do for those who were killed, and we pray for those who were injured, and we all grieve. I know for the lives that have forever changed in the community, including, of course, the students and the teachers of that community who have suffered great loss. What? All right, let's keep going. I just had to put that word salad in there. The vice president said that the Biden administration has made some progress, pointing to the bipartisan gun safety bill that President Biden signed, which strengthens background checks and closes, quote, what we call the boyfriend loophole, completely unrelated in this situation in Illinois. Also, the Biden administration didn't really do anything with the bipartisan Senate gun safety bill. That was all Senate Republicans, by the way. But, whatever. Let's keep going. Quote, and it includes funding for mental health services and school security. But we have more to do. We have more to do, she said. And Congress needs to have the courage to act and renew the assault weapons ban. Again, I point you back to the statistics that have no success rate pointed out in the AWB in the 90s. You also have zero statistical support across the board for justifying banning any rifle in the United States, because again, they're the minority of gun violence in the United States. But that didn't stop her. The vice president said there is, quote, no reason that we have weapons of war on the streets of America. So weapons of war, there's the standard Democratic tagline around ARs or AKs or whatever you want to call it, weapons of war. By the way, side note, you could apply that moniker to any weapon, just saying, which is what that will happen, assuming they get an AWB. They're not going to right now, but that's what they're calling for. Quote, we need reasonable gun safety laws, and we need to have Congress to stop protecting those gun manufacturers with the liability shield. Repeal it, she said. Okay, So you go back to the reasonable gun safety laws, the common sense gun safety laws platitude, and then you go back to the PLCAA, which protects gun manufacturers from people and psychopaths like this who actually do negative things with their products. They didn't market it as such, they had nothing to do with the outcome, but we got to get those companies. Ironically, the exact same time, across the nation and in California, you have liability laws that are coming on the books where they can hold gun manufacturers or those who have sold or seen a gun before. It's all their fault. Not the perpetrator of the crime, the purveyor of the business. Apply that to any other right. Apply that to any other goods and service, and you might be shocked what you come up with. Let me know what you guys think in the comments field below, and I will see you tonight at the 9 p.m. segment. I'm Braden. See you later.